Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Zhafira Zahra and this is my ID. In this video, I want to complete my midterm project from the syntax course. So please pay attention. So part of speech and tree diagram. Table of content. There is three material we're going to discuss in this presentation. There are part of speech, tree diagram, and part 2. First, part of speech. So what is part of speech? Part of speech is the word of language can be collected into classes of formal equivalents which are called the part of speech. First, in 1952, has used other sentence forms to spread out verb, adjective, and adverb. So, in French, nouns can be further subdivided into formal gender class, and in Navajo, there are more than 20 formal classes for words naming different kinds of objects. All of these word classes are defined by linguistic science in the terms of the combination possibilities of forms in language without referencing to the meaning of forms. Syntax category. So, syntax category is related with noun, verb, preposition, adjective, and adverb, are also called part of speech. From Kim et al. 2014 explained that a family of expressions that can substitute for one another without loss of grammaticality is called a syntactic category. So, from Kim et al. 2014 also explained that the syntactic categories include both phrasal category, such as noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, prepositional pairs, and adverbial pairs, as well as lexical categories such as noun, verb, preposition, adjective, and adverb. So, according to this definition, words or phrases that can be replaced with other words or phrases are called syntactic categories. So, from Kim et al. 2014 give example of syntactic category. First, phrasal categories. So, phrasal categories, there is noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective pairs, and prepositional pairs, and adverbial pairs. So, noun phrase example is like man, the man with a telescope. Verb phrase example is sees, always sees, rarely sees, the man of the sees, the man with a telescope. And adjective pairs is happy, very happy about winning. Prepositional pairs example is over, nearly over the hill. And the last is adverbial pairs. It's alright, rightly, more brightly, and then the sun. The second of syntax categories, there are lexical categories. Lexical categories following the following are included in lexical categories and also the example. So there are noun. Noun example is like puppy, boy, man, soup, happiness, fork, kiss, and pillow. And for verb example, find, run, sleep, throw, realize, see, try, want, believe. And for preposition example, up, down, across, into, from, by, with, over. And for adjective, red, big, happy, candid, hopeless, fair, idiotic, lucky. And the last is adverb example. Is again, always, brightly, often, never, very, and fairly. So second is tree diagram. So what is tree diagram? So tree diagram is simply as one example of my mapping by Tony 2007. whereas the mind map is a central idea surrounded by the branches of related ideas. The diagram comes up with a diagram looks like a tree. It starts with its root as a central of key idea, and then it will be followed by ideas related and the derivative. The second is Tagu 2005 state that the tree diagram technique starts with one item those branches into two or more, and so on. It looks like a tree with a trunk and multiple branches. So it is used to break down board categories into thinner and thinner level of details. And the last is from Mid-Gray 2008. Argues that this type of tree diagram is helpful when you want students to find the main idea of paragraph or section. The main idea or topic is written in the top box. It means that the tree diagram have a main idea which has interrelated to support the idea. So how to make the tree diagram? Making tree diagram is useful for analyzing sentences and the composition in the building style from the lexical level, the pairs to the sentence. According to Carney's 2013 tree diagram analysis, Carney used a bottom-up tree diagram method, namely making a bottom-to-up or word-to-sentence tree diagram. This method is very useful for beginner because it is easier. So it is more easier than we read it from top to the bottom. Example, if we have classified word into part of speech, then we just have to make tree diagram upwards. For example, like the garage. The garage is the as determinant and garage as a noun. So if we combine like the garage word is a noun pairs as well as the car. The car is the as determinant and car as a noun is become noun pairs. Then if the noun pairs from the word the garage is combine the word into which. So the garage, if we combine with into, when into is as preposition, so into the garage is become a sentence we call prepositional pairs. And when the word put in here as a verb is we combine with the car into the garage, the sentence it's become a verb phrase. So I mean like this. If we put verb in this sentence, where is put in the first sentence, put the car into the garage, and it become, so it make sentence put the car into the garage become verb phrase because in the beginning we are there have put as a verb. For he in here as a noun phrase is the rule of noun phrase. Like noun allows the noun phrase to be formed without a determinant. So this means that the noun pairs can consist solely of the noun level, which represent the noun in itself without any additional modifier. So he can stand alone without determinant as a noun phrase. So we read it from bottom to the up, according to Carney's. Syntax tree. In linguistics, tree diagrams are a well-known and commonly accepted representation of the constituent analysis of sentences. These tree diagrams are also known as syntax tree. In the context of generative grammar, like Stand by Richard Fate, tree diagrams have some advantage. They are first, tree diagram help us to see the structure of sentence. Second is a diagram make it visual display meaningful for us. And the last is the tree diagram make us to be able to look at any tree diagram and read the sentence across the bottom. Part 2. Explain the case using the tree diagram. Okay. So, in this part, we will not use Kearney's explanation method, which I explained previously. This time, I will start explaining the tree diagram from the top or from the sentence, like from top to the bottom. The first sentence is, Albi went to the cinema last week. Albi went to the cinema last week is composite of two elements. The first one is noun phrase, which is identical with a subject in this sentence. It's only noun in the word Albi. And went to the cinema last week is a verb phrase. So the sentence is composite of noun and noun phrase and verb phrase. So we can draw the sample sentences for sentences. This is sentences is composite of noun phrase and verb phrase. And then verb phrase in the sentence is only noun, or we can call noun bar albi. Like I said before, the rule of noun phrase is noun allows a noun phrase to be formed without a determinant. So noun can stand alone without determinant. On other hand, verb phrase in this sentence is went to the cinema last week, composite tree diagram. Verb, preposition, and adverb. So because went to the cinema last week, the first word is when, which is verb. It makes went to the cinema last week become a verb phrase. And the second prepositional pairs. These prepositional pairs also consist two elements, preposition and noun phrase. Is to as preposition, the as determinant, and cinema as a noun. So preposition consists of preposition and noun phrase. So in the other hand, adverb phrase in here also composite of two elements. The first adverb, the word is last as adverb, and the other noun, the word is week. So it makes last week as an adverb phrase. Okay. Next. The second sentence is the fast runner won a gold medal at the Olympics. So the sentence, the fast runner won a gold medal at the Olympics, consists of two elements, namely a noun pairs and verb phrase. The sentence is as the fast runner won a gold medal at the Olympics. It consists noun pairs and verb pairs. The noun pairs elements here consist of the as determiner, faster as adjective, and runner as noun. So because there is runner as a noun in here, so the fast runner it become a noun pairs. And in the other hand, verb pairs consists three elements. There are verb, noun pairs, and preposition pairs. One in here as a verb phrase, and a gold medal as a non-pairs, and at the Olympic as a preposition pairs, because won a gold medal at the Olympic in beginning with verb, so this sentence become a verb pairs. And for non-pairs in here, it consists three elements. There are a as determiner, gold as noun, and medal as noun. So because a gold medal in here have two nouns in this sentence, the gold medal, it makes a gold medal is a noun pairs. And for preposition pairs, it is also consists two elements, preposition and adjective pairs. At the Olympic become preposition pairs because there are at in the beginning, where at is preposition pairs. So at the Olympic is preposition pairs. For adjective pairs, it consists two elements, determiner and adjective, the as determiner and Olympic as adjective. So the Olympic, it becomes adjective verbs. So the fastest runner won a gold medal at the Olympic. It consists two elements, verb pairs and noun pairs. Next. Third sentence is the old big tree swayed in the hurricane. Just like before, the sentence the old and big tree swayed in the hurricane, it also consists two elements, noun pairs and verb pairs. So in noun pairs, there are determiner, adjective, conjunction, adjective, and noun. Because there is tree as a noun in here, it makes the old and big tree become a non-phrase sentence because there is noun in the last sentence in here. So the as determiner, old as adjective, and as conjunction, big adjective, and tree is noun. It makes the old and big tree is noun pairs. And for verb phrase in here also consists two elements. So swayed as a verb and in the hurricane as a preposition verb, it makes swayed in the hurricane is a verb pairs because there are swayed in the beginning of sentence, swayed in the hurricane. And for preposition pairs, it also consists two elements. It is in as preposition and hurricane as noun pairs. So when we combine it, in the hurricane become a preposition pairs because in the beginning in the sentence is in as preposition. And for noun pairs, it consists the as determiner and hurricane as noun pairs. So it makes the sentence the hurricane become a noun pairs. Okay, next sentences. The youngest sister put the doll in the purse. Every sentence must consist of noun pairs and verb pairs, as well as the sentence the youngest sister put the doll in the purse. So this sentence consists of noun pairs and verb pairs elements. The youngest sister as a noun pairs because the as determined, youngest as adjective, and sister as noun. So because these sentences, sentence because the younger sister have a sister as a noun in here. So it makes the younger sister sentence become a noun pairs. And for verb pairs in here, it consists 3 elements. First is verb, put as a verb, the doll as a noun pairs, and in the pairs as preposition pairs. So when sentence put the doll in the pairs, it becomes verb pairs because there is put as verb in the beginning of sentence put the doll in the purse. So it makes the put the doll in the purse is a verb phrase. And for the noun pairs in here, it consists of the as determiner, doll as a noun. So the doll is noun pairs because it consists of determined and noun. And the last is, preposition pairs in here. It consists in as preposition and the pairs as noun pairs. So it makes in the pairs sentence is a preposition pairs because in as preposition is in the beginning of the sentence in the pairs in the pairs. Okay. And the last is noun pairs. For noun pairs in here, it consists of the as determiner and pairs as noun. So if we combine together the pairs, it becomes a noun pairs because it consists determiner and noun. And for the last one, the last sentence is a bit longer, but remain the same as the previous sentence. This sentence also consists 2 elements, noun pairs and verb pairs. So every sentence it's not must. It consists 2 elements, noun pairs and verb pairs. So the big girl saw Eleazar with a lovable panda recently. Noun pairs in here in this sentence, it consists the as determiner, big as adjective, and girl as noun. So the big girl, it becomes a noun pairs because this sentence have noun in the last. So the rule of noun pairs actually consists of determiner, adjective, and noun. So every sentence that consists determiner, adjective, and noun, it becomes a noun pairs because it rules of noun pairs. And in the other hand, verb phrase it consists of 2 elements, verb and noun pairs. Saw as a verb and Eliza with the lovely panda recently is noun pairs. It becomes a verb phrase. This sentence saw Eliza with a lovable panda recently become a verb pairs because in the beginning of the sentence there are saw as a verb. So verb phrase is consists of verb and noun pairs. For noun pairs, it consists of preposition pairs and noun. So Eleazar as a noun and also with a lovable panda recently as a preposition pairs. It makes this sentence Eleazar with a lovely panda recently becomes a noun pairs because in the beginning of this sentence there is Eleazar as a noun. And for a preposition pairs, there are 5 elements consist in preposition pairs. With as preposition, as determiner, lovable as adjective, panda as a noun, and recently as adverb. So same as before, because this sentence with a lovely panda recently in the beginning with preposition, word with preposition. So it makes with a lovable panda recently, it becomes a preposition pairs. Because in the beginning there are with as preposition. So make it the sentence as a preposition. So The big girl saw Elazar with a lovely panda recently become noun pairs and verb pairs because the big girl is a noun pairs and saw Elazar with a lovable panda recently is verb pairs. Okay, so this is a bibliography for this presentation. Okay, that's a lot of explanation from me. If there is any mistake, please forgive me because to be honest, I haven't got in deep about tree diagram. So that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.